your camera pointing west, where the palm trees sway. First class sunsets and the heavies every day. Champagne terminals, influencers in line. Everybody chasing that perfect golden sign. Back home, the ramp lights flicker in the rain. Single engine heartbeat on a cracked out lane. Old man Carter fueling up the King Air slow. But nobody streams the places nobody knows. Yeah, the flyover towns keep fading from the screen while the same 5 airports steal the dream. Your cherry picker, running to the glitter, skipping every little town beneath the wing. Jet bridges and spotlights, big city Friday nights, like that's the only thing that aviation means. But there's life out on the back roads, dusty strips and cargo pilots keeping small town America alive. You can chase the polished picture, but don't forget who built her. Every runway tells a story if you listen close enough. Hey, cherry picker, there's more to love.
Hey, what is up? Oh my gosh, we are on the air again, back-to-back nights from Dallas Love Field. Welcome to Pip's Planespotting Live 532. I am your host, Pip Hastings, here from the observation area at Dallas Love Field. Welcome in, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we are pleased to have you tonight. Still hot. I just want to confirm it is still hot. But we are out here nonetheless. Broadcasting for you. WV Tacos says hello from Martinsburg. Tyson Price, we're just starting. Glad that you are tuning in. Jay says hey. T-Dongy, Josh Aldridge. Hi guys. Welcome. 7:34, so I guess we're about 2 minutes late. It is hot. I was trying to figure out a way that I could get my equipment out of the sun, and had to figure out some puzzle piecing going on. But we are on the air, thanks to the guys who are watching there from their truck and SUV. It was nice of them to subscribe. Runway Collin County says, hey Pip, long time no see. Yeah, it's great to see you. And we are back. We were on last night at DFW, and we're here at not Founders Plaza, see? We're at the new observation area. Maybe we'll give this a name other than the observation area. Maybe we should dedicate it to, I don't know, the first spotter in Dallas history. I don't know who that is, but we can find out maybe. So it's great to see everybody. Thomas Wells, hello. I don't know if we set a record today, but we were at some point, we were at like 107 as far as the temperature goes. So it was most definitely hot. But we're pushing along here, and we're grateful that you could join us here for episode 532 of Pip's Planespotting Live from Dallas Love Field, the other commercial airport in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Soon it'll be one of 3. McKinney starts their flights in November, and hopefully if we're still around, we'll be there live. So last time we were here was at the, if you remember, we were at the World Cup semifinal action, or we were broadcasting right after the World Cup semifinal finishing, and a lot of corporate jet activity. I don't know we'll be that busy tonight, but we'll have some action as well. So welcome in again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we're happy to have you. Matt Man checking in. T-Donji says it's 102 where he's at. Tyson Price says, I'm wearing the new shirt. I just had dinner. Every time I eat food, I always manage to spill in my T-shirts. So sorry. That's okay. That's okay, Tyson. I do the same thing. Yeah, that's why I wear T-shirts. I learned to not only wear T-shirts, but tuck in my tie when eating. So if I was in a necktie or at a church function. Matthew Breckshot says hello. Kevin says, did I see the milestone? I did see the milestone, Kevin. Thank you for the support. Oh, it says it's 102 in Dallas. Okay. I think that's a nice way. I think it feels much warmer than 102, but the sun will only be out for another half hour. Had a great chat with a couple of the airside operations assistants and agents at DFW last night after the show ended. It was great to meet them. Tyler and Braden. It was cool to meet them and listen part of their job. We were talking shop. Of course, I was a airside operations officer in Tucson as of June. We're getting close to sunset, so my camera might wig out a little bit. $105 at Dallas Love Field and only 102 at DFW, Josh. A difference of 3 degrees. Wow. A difference of 3 degrees. Hard to believe, Josh Aldridge. This is landing of runway 13 right and 13 left, 31 right is right in front of us. And taxiway Alpha is like right in front of us. I would probably say we're no less than 100 feet away. JL Rao Corta checking in from Anna. Says, I can't wait for fall. That makes 2 of us. That makes most of us eager for fall. So last week we were broadcasting at the parking garage. This week we're at the observation area, so let me know which one you like better. And we'll keep rocking. What's up, Curtis Thomas? Thanks for checking in. Josh Aldridge, we are indeed at the observation area. That is affirmative. And so we're right next to runway 13 left. As you can see, you've got the enhanced taxiway marking, the mandatory instruction signs there, as I like to call them, and the in-ground lighting, or the ergles in-ground lighting to notify that they're approaching an active runway. So do not want to cross that. Sunday night, Sunday. I probably should do one tomorrow, too. Oh, yeah, Runway Collin County says, good to see some Southwest Airlines jets, my favorite airline. Glad to hear that. Runway Collin County, we will definitely have plenty of Southwest jets for you. Southpaw checking in from Milwaukee, the good land. What is up, good Southpaw? We've got, looks like our first arrival will be a Flex jet from Van Nuys, an Embraer Praetor 600. I've got a hot take. The new area is great, but I do not like the radios at all. No. Just turn the radio off, because then it starts doing this annoying thing you hear right now where it's just buzzing. I think it's because ATC will leave their mic on instead of shut it off. But hopefully you don't hear it too much. But it's great to see everybody regardless. Whoops. I want to see if my camera's on the right settings. It is indeed. Okay. All right. Hey, there's G280 Pilot. What's up? Great to see you. Ready to dig in for another night of good plane spotting and melting? Definitely on fire. That is correct. G280, we're definitely on fire. Salt Lake City Flights checking in. Your last 53 days in Utah, huh? Excuse me, I'm gonna move my tripod a little bit closer to me. Pleasant good evening from the Dallas Love Field observation area. So let me know what you think. Do you like the parking garage better, or do you like the observation area better while you're watching the show? Let me know in the comments, the chat section. Actually, we'll do that for our poll question. We will do that for our poll question tonight. Oh, our first Southwest of the night. Excellent indeedy. And it's a Max, no less. Wonderful, wonderful. So if you're just joining us, don't forget to like and subscribe. Headed to Chicago in 53 days. Cool. Salt Lake City flights. It does. It does. It's so close. I actually think I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Runway Collin County, it's so loud. It is definitely right in front of us for sure. Our next departure will be Southwest 4917 to Indianapolis, my old place of residence. So there is our Indianapolis departure. Turn our tripod a little bit. There we go. Yeah, it was definitely hot today. Way hotter than yesterday. So, it was hot. But we are here. And we thank all of you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. So this is a top secret flight. At least it doesn't show up on flight radar on my side. Looks like a Dassault or a Hawker. This is runway, we're watching runway 13 left, arrivals and departures. So it is so here. Buttering the landing, and looks like the Southwest 4917 has been given the go-ahead to take off. The big Ron Bowski says, hello, thanks for braving the heat, Pip. I can almost feel the DFW summer heat through that screen. Yeah, and it also, I can also feel it on my screen as well. My computer sometimes will overheat. So I hear you, so you are welcome. Appreciate it. Tyson says, I like being at the observation area because we're closer to the action. Flight Nurse 280 checking in. Hey everyone, excited to see some corporate jet action, she says. So Indianapolis is where we're headed off to with this 737-700. WV Taco is Bombardier's hangar next to Gulfstream's Chaosit Hut. I believe so. Yes. Yes, WV Taco, I believe that is correct. Don Rumsey? Yeah, 105 easy peasy. That is a good point. Runway Collin County, you do have some good views of the skyline of Dallas. So one nice thing, like I said, we're right next to the taxiway Alpha here, Alpha and Alpha 4. This is an older Dassault, still looks in great shape. Charles Griffith checking in. What's happening? How is good old Las Cruces? So DFW Airport is about, I don't know, as the crow flies, about 10 nautical miles. So it's pretty close. And here is the NetJets. Oh, we got a wave. All right, we got a wave. WV Taco says Bombardier's hangar location used to be where Hunt Oil had their Jetstar and their 3E Challenger. Ah, I did not know that. Good old Lamar Hunt. The Hunt family that owns the Chiefs and also FC Dallas. And I think they own Sporting KC as well. So Atlantic's hangar is over there. We have a Signature behind me, and then Business Jet Center is here as well. There's a good number of FBOs. And here is the terminal. The concourses, the conquistadors. We have an arrival, I believe, making a left base turn. Up next, let's see. Is it headed our way? It's Southwest 1696 from Indianapolis. on a 737-800. Excellent. That'll be our next arrival. Don Rumsey says, fun fact for you, as a kid, I flew into Dallas Love Field before DFW appeared. That is correct. Dallas Love Field existed before DFW. Fort Worth also had an airport, a commercial airport, before DFW. So you are correct. That shows you how youthful Don is. Angie saying hello. Angie, welcome into the show. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up button. And by the way, I just want to confirm something here, folks. You may have heard some rumblings that Carolina Aviation and I are on a contest to see who can get to 16,000 subscribers first. And we both agreed to it today on his show. So he stands at, I think, 13,300, and we're at 13,000. So the deal is whoever gets to 16,000 first, the loser has to fly to the winner's airport and broadcast. So hopefully we can get Carolina Aviation out here. Should be a lot of fun. I mean, there's no doubt we'll win the challenge. So don't forget to subscribe. So there is downtown Dallas. The only downside about the observation area, they have these huge metal pillars, so it kind of segments the view. So that's a bonus, a pro and a con, because if you go to unless you're on top of the parking garage, you have the parking garage lights in the way anyway. So. There you go, Team Pip. G280 will make some burner accounts. Well, that is flattering, but no, I want to beat him the real way. So, just good old grassroots knocking doors. I once ran for city council, so we'll just do grassroots knocking on doors, making phone calls. I'll just say we'll create an ad campaign too. It is you know what, Tyson, I like that. Tyson says the pillar of shame. I like that. We'll go with that, the pillar of shame. But the pro is there's a giant roof over our heads, so that's good. Definite pro. What is up, Robbie Batista? Welcome, everybody. Our next arrival looks like it's just a few minutes away. That'll be Southwest 2845 from LaGuardia, New York. A 737-700. By the way, I canceled my hotel reservations for Tuesday. I do have some reservations on Wednesday, but I am leaning towards staying one more week. FYI, we talked about this last night. LaGuardia arrival. I hope the mic isn't over-modulating. We're so close to the runway that the engine reverse thrust comes out really strong. So let me know if it's too much. Imagine if we actually had heavies arriving. That would be pretty amazing. Pretty great. Hey, this looks like a turn and burn. Southwest 3781 going to Panama City. Or not. I thought I was going to get the go-ahead for the runway, but no dice. Okay, here we go. We are on the way. I'll have to research that. I don't know anything about that Matthew Breck shot. I'll have to do some research. Christian Perry checking in. What's up, Christian? A light flight to Panama City. That had no problem taking off. Just like 4,000 feet of runway almost. No prob. No prob. One last look at the sun before it goes beneath the Las Colinas skyscrapers. If you're just joining us, welcome into Pip's Plane Spotting Live, episode 532 from Dallas Love Field. Thank you for, by the way, thank you to everybody last night subscribing. We hit 13,000 subscribers, only 7,000 more subscribers till our 20,000 subscriber super stream special from the United Kingdom. One other thing is we are in a race with Carolina Aviation to see who can get to 16,000 first subscribers, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Any old time. I know I am competing with Rainy Cajun. Hi, Rose saying hello. What's up? Rupee says, Pipster, how's it going? All is well. Well, other than it being 101 degrees outside, it is going well actually because the sun is setting. Had a nice relaxing Sunday, and I slept okay last night. I'm definitely going to be sleeping in tomorrow for sure. But thank you everybody for staying up with us last night. We did make it to 13,000 subscribers. So only 7,000 to go for our super stream. In the UK, I've said for a long time, when we hit 20,000 subscribers, we will take off to the United Kingdom and broadcast from there. WV Taco says, before DFW Fort Worth had Meacham Airport and Dallas had love, so the two airports came together. Yeah, I really want to do a documentary, WV Taco, on the Wright Amendment. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. Thank you, Tim Arnold. Appreciate you. Thanks for being a great moderator. And I appreciate it. We're in a race with Carolina Aviation. He's got like a 300 subscriber head start. So we got to get on it. Oh, any old time says Rainy Cajun inspired you to add some Creole seasoning to my garlic butter shrimp with pasta. Nice. Oh, by the way, this is the new fire station. We saw it under construction, and now it is actually open. So the new fire station is actually in a fantastic location. It's like between the two runways, and federal law requires the ARF to be able to respond to an emergency in no more than 3 minutes from the most distant center point of the furthest runway. Eddie Blackburn checking in. What's up? All right, Tyson, I will hire you, sir. You've got enough of our t-shirts. Phil GPG checking in from Northern California. Phil, what's going on? Welcome in to Pip's Planespotting Live. This is the observation area that opened up, I believe, in March. Last week we broadcasted from the parking garage. This is a NetJets. That is correct. Charles Griffiths, some great history here at Dallas Love Field, where Lyndon B. Johnson took the oath of office as president after President Kennedy was assassinated. That is correct, sir. So Love Field, of course, is one of two commercial airports in the Dallas area for now. This is the closest one to downtown. This is predominantly where most of the corporate jets fly in, since it's closer to downtown Dallas. This is also where a lot of the sports charters fly into. Hold on there, friends. I think I see the A380. If you look closely in the distance there, you can see the A380. I believe that's the A380. So someone let me know if that's true. Oh my gosh, Eddie says it's 79 degrees at Myrtle Beach. That sounds so good. That sounds so fantastic. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 107 again. And then I think Thursday is when it cools down to like a cool 100 degrees, supposedly. All right, thank you, Tim, confirming that is the A380 from DFW headed to London. Yes, Braniff, I believe, well, they definitely had a presence. I don't know if their headquarters was here. Somebody else who knows better can let me know, but Braniff was here and also at DFW. I know that much. Mike Cruz checking in from Eugene. All right, Mike, on a scale of 1 to 10, Mike Cruz, how much do you miss the heat? 1 being not much, and 10 being I miss it every day. Real Darth Cornholio. Yes, it is the A380 via flight radar. Thank you for confirming that. And so now it looks like it's making a left turn. Come on, camera. Alright, we'll just leave it as is and going slow. There. It wants to. Alright, that's good enough. John says it's 72 in Iowa. So basically, okay, good. Look at this. It's going to go fly right over our head if our camera... Hold on. I'm going to change something up. There we go. So it's going right over our head here. There we go. I like this. Thanks for everybody bragging about their cooler weather. Bradfield checking in. How's it going? It is okay. You guys rock. Thrilled to have you aboard and at the show. The A380 is flying right over our head. So this is flying from south to north, basically. That would be a 0, Mike Cruz. I figured it would be a 0. Well, actually, I was figuring it would be like a 1. That's kind of cool, right over our heads. All right, that's as far as my camera can tilt back. but they are on their way to London Heathrow. Right? We saw it taxiing last night, and I very well could be runway Collin County. We have a lot of people watching on planes. It's amazing, the technology. Hey, look, it's Dubby. Dubby checking in. Random Exploring says it's 80 in Eugene. You guys making me so jealous. Not for much longer. I am looking forward to getting on the road. So if you missed it, I canceled my hotels for Tuesday night. I might cancel them tomorrow for Wednesday, and then I'll probably get on the road. Hopefully, if my glasses are done, we'll be getting on the road next Monday. And good news, I was able to confirm with my brother to stay a couple days and hang with him in Portland, him and his lovely wife, Jules. So we'll be in Portland, Maine, that is, in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that. Charles Griffiths says 93 in Layton right now. I think I'm ready for fall. Yeah, I think I'm ready for fall too. I've been ready for fall since I was last in Tucson. I think I've been ready for fall since March 12th, when it was 105. Tim Arnold with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Tim. And Tim says it's 82 degrees in Loveland.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
W says day 10 of 10 work, and then I'm off 2. Work 1, off 2, then 11 days off straight. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Got to go buy that land up in Anchorage, Dub. Get that land, man.
Folks, I was coming in and started to deal with.
Any Old Time says way cooler here today at 77 degrees after 2 days over 95 and not cooling down below 75 overnight. Thunderstorms blew through and cooled us down.
The other one laying behind the building, then you see another one, and then the next one, then you got those.
Oh, here we go. We've got an arrival on runway 13 left. That is Southwest 55 from Phoenix to Dallas on a 737-700. Next. Yes, thank you so much, everybody tuning in, liking, and subscribing. Apologize about the static in the background. That is out of my control. The ATC, I think, leaves their mic open when they're lazy. Brian Henry checking in. What's up, Brian Henry? The weekend has been good. We've been able to do 2 shows. We were at DFW last night. This week, our stream schedule, Brian Henry asks. Brian Henry, our stream schedule, I'm thinking tomorrow's 50-50. We'll probably be on the air Tuesday night. And then beyond that, I don't know, because I'm getting ready to pack up here, hopefully, and get on the road. But I'm thinking Tuesday's a go, tomorrow's a maybe, and we'll see beyond that. Charles Griffith, Dubby's a babysitter of captains. He's a babysitter of airplanes. We got another arrival headed our way. That is Southwest 3409 from Colorado Springs. Landing next. Well, Mike Cruz, I hope it's freezing. I would like to see snow again. Maybe. I'm sorry, at this point, wherever. If it snows in Dallas, great. If it snows in Tucson, great. If it snows in Palm Springs, even better. Right in your wheelhouse. Love it. All right, that Dassault that we just saw land a few minutes ago looks like it's ready already to take off, so they must have just dropped off some peoples and get on our way, get on their way. Hey, we've got our first Jet Suite X livery arriving in an Embraer E145. That is from Houston Hobby. Nice runway Collin County. Got the A380. Sweetness. There is Jet Suite X. It's just going to coast on down to its hangar. I wonder if they ever actually do reverse thrust or if they just go spoilers and coast on down. I guess they're doing reverse thrust now, but it's probably a nice, easy cruise down to their hangar at the end of the runway. 8:14 here in Dallas, Texas at Love Field. Thank you for tuning in to Pip's Plane Spotting Live, episode 532 from Dallas Love Field and the observation area. If I had my DSLR camera, we could zoom right into the terminal there. Boeing 737-800 saying hi. Q from Fort Worth saying hello. Jet Suite X is getting some ATRs. I read, and you know what? That is correct, Q. We've already seen, we've done a couple shows recently in the last couple weeks here from Love, and they are, in fact, there's already like one or two of them at the hangar. Oh, sorry. So yes, they are already getting those ATRs. Q. We saw one, yeah, I think last week on our show or 2 weeks ago on our show here from Love Field from the garage. So that is affirmative. J28 Aviation, have you seen the news of the crazy flyovers at the IndyCar race today? I have. Yeah, they had. That's the first race there in Washington D.C. J28 Aviation. So they went a little wild. It's a little wild. Next arrival, Southwest 3962 from Birmingham, 737-700. And a pleasant good evening to everybody. The sun is finally down. Let us give thanks. Kevin Stanhope checking in. What's up, Kevin? Shout out to the East Coast. I got to see if we can find a flight dispatcher for Jet Suite X and ask them when they're going to start flying those ATRs or which routes they're going to fly them on. No Albuquerque yet, but I'm sure that the night is young. See, if they were taking off from runway 13 right, it'd be sublime. So yeah, we're here at the observation area. Last week we were broadcasting from parking garage C, which is right there. So if you see in that corner on the 6th floor, so one below the top, that's typically where we broadcast from, the 5th or the 6th floor. We do have a private jet landing here, an Embraer Praetor 500 from NetJets. It's ExecJet 277. If you're not familiar, Dallas left field is... So, actually, I wonder if we can see across. I'm zoomed in as far as I can. See if we can show you the... there it is. If you look in the far distance, that illuminated building part right there, that is actually the Southwest Airlines headquarters. Where is landing on that side? Do we have a special Embraer livery landing? Huh, interesting. We'll keep an eye out for that. Temperature is just under 100 degrees southpaw. So that is where the Southwest headquarters are. You hear me talk about it all the time when we're at the parking garage. I always say, I can't show you it because the parking garage is blocking it. But there it is. So the headquarters are literally across the street from Dallas Love Field. So super convenient. Maggie P checking in. Thank you. I'm trying to stay cool as best as I can. I think I'm running out of water. Running out of water. But we're doing all right. We're staying cool. The sun is down, thankfully. So that was, in fact, an Embraer Lineage 1000, so like a business jet style, like an E190. That was landing on 13 right, so that was interesting. Oh, nice. Runway Collin County says my dad used to work for Southwest, and seeing his office brings me joy. Nice. So yeah, we are extremely close to Taxiway Alpha. We can zoom right in. Right in. We won't have any special liveries until later tonight, I think, 737 800. I think I'm bad luck. Whenever we broadcast from Love Field, we never get any. So, oh, wait. I think I see Louisiana 1 on the other side, though. Louisiana 1 taking off. I see another arrival headed our way. That is Southwest 2300 from Little Rock, Arkansas. They flash some lights. Nice. Who doesn't love flashing lights? Q, celebrating the spotters. So Little Rock, Arkansas, landing here. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so there's that Embraer Lineage sneaking behind there. I guess it's parking over at Atlantic. Sneaking behind the pylon. There it is. Embraer Lineage 1000. Next arrival is Southwest 4630 from Midland, Texas. And if you're just joining us, welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We are on a race. We're in a competition with Carolina Aviation to see who can get to 16,000 subscribers first. Whoever loses the contest has to fly to the winner's airport and broadcast. So I'd sure love to bring Carolina Aviation here. Yeah, they're nice. Nice runway, Collin County. They fly right over your head at 5,000 feet. That is fun. I bet it'll be fun when then McKinney Airport opens. Tim Arnold with a very generous $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Tim.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Eric Johnson says, my wife and son will be at Southwest headquarters next month for a tour and sim flying. Ooh. Wow, that's pretty rad. That's awesome, Eric. That's amazing because I have friends who work in the operations center and they won't even invite me over for a tour. You must have some friends in high places, Eric Johnson, or they must. So that's pretty awesome. I'll have to ask Morgan and ask why he hasn't given me a tour. So there is the Southwest headquarters, one of the buildings for the Southwest headquarters. They have like a couple of buildings and then they have their hangar. So you can actually cross the roadway and get to the hangar and then you're on airport property. It's really nice. It is really nice. What is this guy? I do not see him on radar, so it looks like he's landing on our runway. Another VIP. It's a Challenger. Aha! Do you guys know which Challenger that is? Whose Challenger is that? Whose Challenger is that? You know, you want to know whose Challenger that is? Does anybody know? Does anybody know? I'll give you a second to take a guess, but that Challenger has a very famous person in it. 107 likes, perfect before we even hit the hour mark. That's fantastic. Eric Johnson says, the wife and son, they're flying them from Orlando to Dallas for the day. I think they are going to be able to spend some time on the flight line as well with the folks at SWA are amazing. Well, that is fantastic. That's great to hear, Eric. They are pretty great. They are pretty great. Mattman says, who is that? Is that Jerry Jones? And Mattman, you would be correct, sir. If you looked at the tail, there was a cowboy star on the tail, and that is one of Jerry Jones, or one of the Cowboys' private jets. So that could be Jerry Jones, it could be somebody else, could be a family member, could be I don't know, could be Dak Prescott is taking a ride, I don't know. But that is one of the Cowboys and Jerry Jones' private jets. That is affirmative. SS Stutter, correct, King Jerry Jones, good evening. Timothy Wayne Thomas. So yeah, that is in fact Jerry Jones's, I don't know if it's the Cowboys or his personal. Whatever it is, he owns both of them, so. Looks like an older Dassault here. Another old one. This looks like a Falcon 50. That is a nice roar we got there. Q says Troy Aikman has a Bombardier November 8 Tango Alpha. I actually know, and the Cowboys, I've seen that plane in Santa Fe when I interned there. That's how I know. It'd be really cool if it was Jerry Jones, and maybe they'd fly his Airbus helicopter. So that would be pretty cool. So the Joneses have a fleet of aircraft. I know he's got an older Gulfstream. He has an Airbus helicopter. I don't know if he's got anything else, but he's got quite the collection. As another Dassault takes off. Southpaw asks a good question that I don't know the answer to. Why does a small jet like that need 3 engines? Great question. Well, it's a French manufacturer, so maybe they like to do things to excess. Southpaw. Casual Aviation, what's up? Welcome into Love Field tonight. Great to see you. Great to have you aboard. Welcome in. That's right, Maggie P. A third engine to fly really fast. Q, what's going on, man? There's our friend Q from San Diego area. What's happening? Well, so far our poll question is in dominant fashion. Everybody likes the observation area, it seems, by a 4-to-1 margin almost. So 78%. So people like the observation area. It's just science. So thank you for voting. Oh, sweet. Casual Aviation going to fly with Breeze Airways to Provo next month. So excited. Ah, the old stomping grounds, Provo, Utah. Yeah, when I worked for Breeze Airways, that was where we would fly out of. At the time, we could you could either go non-rev as a company passenger. You could fly San Bernardino, San Francisco, and back, or you could fly. What was the other choice? Oh, you could go to Las Vegas or Los Angeles. Those are like the 3 cities we flew to. Now they fly to a lot more. Nice, Southpaw. Yeah, make sure you ask the Dassault folks. They will brag about it. Ooh, the nicest class. May want to refresh the page. Timothy Wayne Thomas. Looks like we've got a pretty stable connection here. Eric Johnson says, I'm really new to posting on YouTube, but I have been a plane spotter for a very long time, but I do have some stuff on YouTube. Very cool. And you guys are down in Orlando, which is a great place to spot at. I hear they're talking about building a new spotting area at Orlando, which is pretty cool. Kind of like what we have here at Dallas Love Field. The nicest class, huh? Kick back in those seats. They're pretty nice, and they don't cost a fortune. They're on Breeze Airways. We've got another arrival coming in. Who do we have? Oh, check this out. We have a King Air from Pinedale. King Air 350, excuse me. Pipes, organs, and jets, y'all. Hello and good evening. Welcome to Dallas Love Field. What's up, SS Stutter? Oh, you were saying hi to Pipe. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Pip looks like Pipe and vice versa. My bad. And we'll go over here a little bit. Oh, we got a Southwest getting ready to take off here. Runway 13 left. It is Southwest 4258 going to Las Vegas on a 737-800. Yeah, there's a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Eric Johnson says they've been talking about that at MCI, a new plane spotting area, but I heard that they are planning on expanding and building new terminals, so maybe a plane spotting area is part of all that. Ooh, very nice. I like hearing that, Eric Johnson. We did a couple of live broadcasts about 2 years ago. Don Rumsey says, we finally dipped below the 90s today. Austin, what's going on? How are you? I'm good. WV Taco says, many years ago, KC Aviation, now Gulfstream, worked on a G3 with the tail number N1 Juliet November 1 Juliet November flight department was named Air Bear. Any idea whose aircraft it was? I have no. I don't. Interesting. Southwest 4030 or 4083 from Panama City, Florida is arriving next. Here at 8:37 in the Sunday evening. We go by Central Time Zone. If you are not familiar, that means we are 5 hours behind Zulu time right now. Oh, thanks, T-Donji. You're going to give me a big head. Stop it. But thanks. Thanks for the kind words. Hey, thanks, Eric Johnson. You have a great night, too. Appreciate you, dude. Okay. Q says something. The Falcon 900 has been around forever. The tri-jet design is likely for power and redundancy while crossing the Atlantic Pacific. Engines these days are very reliable and powerful and need only two. But the third is redundancy and for good. Okay. Well, thank you, Q. That's a good answer. And if you're trying to learn more about aviation or airport ops, we have blue and green lights. All right, we've asked this question before, but there's a lot of new viewers. What do green lighting represent on a runway, or excuse me, not a runway, but on a taxiway? What are the green lights that you see? Runway Collin County, $5 super chat. Getting dark, which means closer to my bedtime, but nothing beats a good look at the DAL skyline and Southwest jets. Appreciate you, Pip. Well, I appreciate you too, Runway Collin County. Thank you so much for that $5 super chat. Very generous of you.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Have a great night and a great week, and we will see you on the next show. So maybe tomorrow, probably Tuesday, but I will let you know for sure. It's kind of a day-by-day thing because as soon as I get my glasses, I'm on the road. Like, I've taken care of almost everything else. Before I go on the road. Green lights, green lights. Yes, what are those green lights? Open to land? No, not quite. Green lights. You'll never see green lights on, well, that's not true. On the actual runway, let me put it that way. On the actual runway. Those green lights are representative of taxiway center line. So some airports have the taxiway centerline lighting in green. Other airports do not. But during the day, it's a painted yellow line. But some airports have green lighting and green taxiway centerline lighting. And that's what all airports, green lighting is. So. That's right, Austin. Excellent work. Good job. Good job, Austin. Well done. You were paying attention last week. Yeah, so those green lights are taxiway centerline markings. Those will always be on at night unless the taxiway is closed, and most times they'll be turned off. but that's just meant to keep you on the center line. Jack Nicklaus's. Oh, really? That was the, oh, the bear. Now it makes total sense. That was the Jet WV Taco? Was Jack Nicklaus's. Now the bear makes sense. That makes sense. 100%. Our next arrival will be Southwest 712 from El Paso. The flashing yellow lights, pipes, organs, and jets, y'all. The ergles, or the in-ground lighting, those are meant to remind pilots that you are approaching an active runway, so caution should be exercised. It really should, in my opinion, I sometimes think about them being flashing red lights, but then that also goes with the runway, so yellow makes more sense as a caution, but that is a caution letting you know that you are approaching an active runway, and they're basically put on the hold short line to remind you not to cross this line. Good job, Austin. I'm proud of you, man. Oh, Florida 1 is being repainted to a 737 MAX 8. I did not know that. Joe did not tell me that. That makes sense, WV Taco. And then this side is a mandatory instruction sign. I call it a mandatory hold sign because you are at an intersection. It's telling you you're at an intersection, Alpha 4 and runway 13 left, 31 right. And so that mandatory instruction sign to me is saying mandatory hold, like you must hold before you cross the runway. .30 car fire, what? I'll have to look at the news for that, Don Rumsey. Our next arrival is Southwest 3820 from St. Louis, MAX 8. What's up, Roblox? How are you? So, as was mentioned, the informational sign has yellow lettering with black background, while a directional sign is, let's see if I can show you. You can kind of see it in the background, but it says Alpha 5, you take a right. So black lettering, yellow background, directional. Yellow lettering, black background, informational. So a little fun fact for you. I hear COVID is going around, Roblox. Maybe you got COVID. I might get my flu shot this week. I may have to. If you're just joining us, welcome into Pip's Planespotting Live. I am Pip Hastings. Thank you for joining us. If you can do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and join us on our broadcasting journey. So that was runway 13 right. There are two runways here at Dallas Love Field, 13 right and 13 left. We're looking at runway 13 left, because we're basically South Flow. DFW's on South Flow, and they kind of run the show. So whatever they are, kind of fall in line. Sometimes you will see, though, Sometimes you will see north flow at DFW and south flow at Love Field and vice versa. It happens occasionally. And the blue lights you see are your taxiway edge markings. Those are basically your do not go over these lines or you'll be in the grass. So the blue lights are the taxiway edge lighting. Hans, you're up late from Norway. What's up? How's it going? Looks like Southwest 41 or 4071 from Denver on a 737-800 is landing here. Yeah, it is kind of morning in Norway, Mattman. Early morning. So that in from Denver, Colorado. So in from Denver. Casual Aviation says if you stay till 10:40, you might be able to see Nevada 1. Okay. Well, we'll see how things go, how the show's going. I did see, yeah, I was looking at the flight schedule, and it was a later arrival. Big thank you to everybody who joined us on the DFW show last night. Qantas took off on time, and that was pretty awesome. We saw Flagship, and thanks to everybody who joined either Premium Economy, First Class Premier, Exit Row, or Flight Deck Jump Seat. Remember, Premium Economy supports the channel and is also just 99 cents a month, and you get the full suite of emojis for just 99 cents a month. But if you join Flight Deck Jump Seat, it is $24.99 a month. However, we give you a free t-shirt. And on your anniversary, if you have been a member for 12 consecutive months, you get another t-shirt for free. So thank you, Parker Southpaw, Tim Arnold, Roblox, Tyson Price. Thank you, guys. That's right, haul freight and you don't have to deal with the public. Can't go wrong flying for FedEx and UPS for sure. So waiting to take off is runway 13 left is Southwest 1312 Dallas to Chicago Midway. All right. Our Southwest to Midway has been given the go-ahead to take off. And you new viewers not familiar with Dallas Love Field, this is predominantly a Southwest Airlines airport. Jet Suite X flies in here as well as Delta, but that is about it. No longer Alaska, even. HD, what's going on? Hope you are having a great night and staying dry, staying fly. We'll go with either. I'm doing well. HD, great to see you. Welcome into the Dallas Love Field observation area. I hear the sprinklers for the observation area, and I'm having a panic attack like we're at DFW. But I think we're protected. For the most part. I think we're good. Oh, is this our King Air 350? Yes, it is. The turbo prop, where's the prop whisperer Barbara Sterling at? What? Thank goodness, I think they were smart enough to plan so that the sprinklers wouldn't hit the people at the observation area like DFW sometimes. It's like, no, stop, please, no. So that hissing you hear in the background is in fact the sprinklers for the observation area, FYI. So we got Southwest 2026 from San Francisco, landing 737-800. Then we have Southwest 389 going to Sacramento, California, and then another plane I don't see on radar. HDS, how often do you see unordinary procedures like go-arounds or rejected takeoffs? I assume very rarely. Yeah, I would say very rarely. It depends how you consider very rarely low. Though, I remember when we were in Phoenix earlier this year, there was basically, we would broadcast from Phoenix or Tucson on Monday or Tuesday, and there was a time we had 7 weeks of go-arounds, 7 consecutive weeks of go-arounds. But yeah, as a general rule, HD. Not very often we would see go-arounds. Good question. But yeah, every week, like for 7 consecutive weeks in Phoenix, we would have one go around for something. So 389 headed to Sacramento on a MAX 8. And then Southwest 1786 going to Columbus, Ohio. It was a Beach King Air 350. Casual Aviation, they have an ATC radio here at the observation area that is the audio you hear in the background. So that is the chatter in the background, is the ATC. HD asked, do I have a favorite airport in the United States? The question is more, is it about plane spotting or is it about overall happiness? My favorite airport to plane spot at would probably be, what did I say last night? Christopher Brown asked me the question and I said Aspen. Oh, San Diego. San Diego. Just because of the location, and also because usually the weather's pretty great in San Diego. But I like Aspen, Colorado a lot. I like DFW a lot. But yeah, I would say if you asked me which airport would you like to go to this week if you had a choice, I would probably say San Diego. Yep, SAN Maggie P, Sierra Alpha November. It's like a CJ4, CJ3. And it looks like we have a MAX 8. It is 9 o'clock, folks, here at Dallas Love Field, the observation area. Welcome into Pip's Plane Spotting Live, episode 532. Happy to have you with us. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for Tim Arnold's contributions. And thanks to everybody supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. And then it's downtown Dallas, by the way. So thank you for tuning in, liking and subscribing. We had a great crowd last night. We have a great crowd tonight. And we are in a full-scale battle with Carolina Aviation to see who will get to 16,000 subscribers first. The loser has to fly to the winner's airport on their own dime and broadcast. So we want Carolina Aviation to come here. So don't forget to subscribe, invite the fellow plane spotters, and let's win. Our next departure is taking the runway, headed to Columbus, Ohio. It looks like. Right there. Can I see the moon? Kind of. The pillar of shame is kind of blocking it, Matman, but it looks like a 3/4 moon. And another departure right behind it. Next departure is Southwest 1400, 737-700 going to St. Louis. Eddie says 149 likes, smash that button. I fell asleep, Pip. For a few minutes, but dedicated. Have to work tomorrow, but I'm back. Retired January 1st, then you can't get rid of me. Well, Maggie P joining Exit Row. Thank you so much, Maggie P, for your great support of the channel.
I want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you very much, Maggie P. Matthew Chesterton checking in. What's up, Matthew? How are you? Good evening to you, dude. We are just, what, 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks from the opening of the NFL season? And just over a month away from the NHL starting up. Can't wait for the cooler temperatures. I think our next arrival, oh, you know what? Okay, yep, that looks like our next arrival. Looks like, appears to be Southwest 2924 arriving from New Orleans from, on a Max 8, excuse me, Max 8. There it is. I assume the Chicago Bears lost last night. I didn't figure out what the final score was. September 9th. Thank you, Matthew Chesterton. September 9th, we will be, I believe, in Portland, Maine, visiting my brosif, my brother. after a few days. G280 pilot says, Pip, which airport were you thinking of hitting first once you leave on the trip? G280, great question. I got a couple of options. I can go up to Chicago and go that way, or I could go over to Nashville and then maybe even sneak by Nashville and stop by Asheville even. So one has me basically crossing the southeast, and one has me going straight north through the Midwest and then through Canada up to the East Coast. So I haven't decided quite yet, G280, but it's going to be one of those options. Marcus Mueller checking in from Germany. What's up? So yeah, I'm just kind of deciding which one. G280. If I go up through Little Rock and then go across the state of Tennessee into North Carolina, then I take Interstate 95 up through the East Coast. Or I go up to Chicago, go over to Detroit, go through Canada, come back to the U.S. through Buffalo, and then make my way across New York into Vermont, down through to Massachusetts, and then up to Maine. Oh, nice, Maggie P. Wearing a Broncos pullover. Excellent. That looks like a Sun Country charter flight headed our way on the taxiway. And then arriving is Southwest 1377 from San Antonio. Oh, that Sun Country is actually going to Atlantic instead. Never mind. Psych. But it's a charter. We know that much. Oh, we're getting a little bit of sprinkler. Nice. We can't even avoid these sprinklers. Thank you to the wind. Dang it. Every time we think about broadcasting a DFW at night, now I have to remind myself, Pip, don't forget about the sprinklers. So, I got to remember that. I always got to remember that. This is Love Field, home of Southwest Airlines. So it is 9:11. I haven't had a chance to look even what's inbound. We've just had a nice steady stream of aircraft. And looks like our next aircraft is going to be from Austin. Then everything else is delayed. San Diego's delayed until 10:30. Jet Suite X is delayed till 10:30. Tampa will be in at around 9:45. Kansas City 10:12. Okay, so not a whole lot arriving per se this hour. 158 likes. Thank you, Eddie, for that report. Departing this hour, we have Phoenix, New Orleans, San Antonio, Tulsa, Albuquerque, Oklahoma City, Lubbock, Memphis, Midland, Austin, DFW, Amarillo, El Paso, and basically Little Rock and Los Angeles right at 10 o'clock. And those are our last departures for the evening. Oh, we do have an arrival. I missed this one. So Southwest 1279 from Nashville is next. Randy, hello. Good evening to you, Randy. But I am happy being out here, even though it's hotter than Hades. It's great to see everybody. And we'll have a lot of fun in the next several weeks. I don't want to tell you where I'm going to be at because this is a stealth mission. So not even Matman knows where I'm going. That's how stealth it is. Okay, pipes, organs, and jets, y'all, off to bed. G280 pilot says, I haven't taken a flight on Southwest since they started their assigned seating. Has anyone tried it to see how it is? I haven't even, G280, I haven't done it either. Terry Blount says, you staying cool, Pip, 114 in Phoenix today and no relief. I am. It was, Terry, just so you know, we're thinking of you. It was 107 here today in Dallas, so not quite 114. But fairly close. But yeah, it's we've been up like since Monday of last week. It's basically been like 105, 106, 107, some variation between 103 and 107. I'll be staying cool when we finally get on the road and head north and go visit my brother in Maine. Now, okay, so one thing I told my parents was, you know, I haven't had any interviews in the job cycle, but this week before I leave, I guarantee you I will get phone calls from at least 3 different airports wanting to interview this week before we get on the road. It'll probably happen. So I have not flown on Southwest yet. I am thinking of going to San Diego in November, G280, and if I do, then I'll be on the new Southwest, but I haven't flown on them since the change was made either. Whoa, Jason Barnes, keep up the good work. Thanks for what you do. Jason Barnes with a very generous $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Jason.
Thank you for this. This all good. There it is.
Thank you, Jason. I will keep doing it, Jason Barnes. Keep doing it. Eddie, you're of no help whatsoever. Eddie says it's nice and 77 here at the beach in Myrtle Beach. It feels so good. Well, isn't that lovely? Good for you, Eddie. I'll make note of that. Carolyn King says, love Southwest. I will tell you that I am a Rapid Rewards member with Southwest. I'm on AA Advantage with American. And then the wild card is Delta. I don't know why I did Delta, but I am nonetheless. I think it was because, like, if I lived in Phoenix, near Phoenix, it would be Southwest and American. If I lived in Chicago, it would be Southwest or American. If I lived in Dallas, it would be Southwest or American. So, kind of that mentality. Regine, what's going on? Maggie flies United out of Denver. Well, you can get just about anywhere in Denver. I'm surprised they haven't added more international flights from Denver, Maggie P. So I do have some miles with Delta. I've got miles with Delta. I got flight credits with Southwest, which, by the way, I need to use. It's been almost a year since we had my Portland flight delay, so I need to use the flight credit. So that's our other runway here at Dallas Love Field. That is 13 right, 31 left. Lyle Brink checking in Anchorage. It's a balmy 68, Lyle says. Whew. Gotta love that. I watched the video, Lyle, on the Alaska Railroad today. I was very intrigued by it. Pretty cool. Balmy 68. That is pretty balmy for Anchorage. Our next arrival, Southwest 694 on our side, from Chicago Midway, the 737 MAX 8. And there it is. I've been told by a couple of people within Southwest that we should not expect to see the 737 MAX 7s till the end of the year, the first part of next year, is what I was told. I don't know if that's true, but a couple Southwest people told me that. Beautiful. Beautiful. In from Chicago Midway. If you look over there, that is Las Colinas, which is kind of in between Dallas Love Field and DFW International Airport. So that's to the west and north a little bit. West, northwest. Thank you, Eddie. 165 likes. Muchas gracias. Very wonderful to see. Be right back. Can you imagine Southwest Airlines having 500 737s? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. Thank you for the interesting information, Matt, man. So it looks like everybody loves the new observation area. It's like 78% to 22%. So I guess I lost my vote. Which is fine. I mean, we live in the Pip world, a democracy. Cushing! What's up from Minneapolis? Oh, speaking of Minneapolis, that's my daily reminder that we still have to broadcast from Minneapolis. I think if we... So, my plan is if we are on the road for a full 60 days, we will come back through Chicago in October, and then we'll go up through Minneapolis, and then come back down towards Dallas, I think. And then we might go to Anchorage. Depends how late in the season it is. Because by then it might be too cold or it might be too much snow. So we'll see. ERB checking in. What's up? How are you? Southpaw says parking garage by day, observation area by night. All right. Okay, that's fair trade. I'm cool with that, Southpaw. I mean, daytime works here when the weather is more seasonable. It's just in the midday, the sun comes out from over the roof, and it's in your face until sunset. Is the only catch with that. Oh, I hear a helicopter. I hear a helicopter. Where is it? Get to the chopper. Oh, there it is. I see it. It's just taking off right now. There you go. Well, yeah, that's a Southpaw. For sure. We'll get some, see if Matt Man can join us and get like some pizzas. That would be fun. Invite Michael Jordan. You know, all our friends from the Chicago sports scene, Patrick Kane, Caleb Williams. So like we said, some of our arrivals in the second half are delayed until the 10 o'clock hour. And then, do we have anything departing here? Memphis and Midland sound like they are on the radar. Maybe we can spot them. That's right, you are tight with Roman Dunze. That's right, Matt Man is super tight with Roman Dunze. Wide receiver for the Chicago Bears. I have photographic proof that Matt Man is tight with Roma Dunze. Easy. Leave our. I'm sorry, Southpaw. Leave our MVP alone. This might be going to Midland. I haven't looked, but I'm just guessing. That's right, Cushing. Sun Country just got bought by Allegiant, so Sun Country will be going away. I did see the video, Southpaw. I'm sure his mom called him and be like, "You have a potty mouth," because his mom was on Little Big League. She was a movie star and a TV star, so I did actually see that. Oh, Matt Man. Didn't we take 2 out of 3 from you, Matt Man? The White Sox took 2 out of 3 games. Is it a tune and burn? Tune and burn, turn and burn? We are going to Lubbock with this 737-700. Oh no, G280, I'm taking my victory, man. I'm taking my victory. That's a good question. I'll have to think about that, G280. We'll have to go back to DFW then, G280, and bet on Qantas. Corey Martino checking in. I am mostly settled. Corey, thank you for asking. Yeah, we've been here about 2 months. The only thing I haven't got it settled with is the heat. It was 100 and, I don't know, it was over 100. Anything over like 80 degrees for me is too hot. Southpaw, we're looking forward to it. I still think the Brewers are a better team. But maybe we will have matured a year. But yeah, I don't know. Hugh says Southwest 2415, a Boeing 737, 25 miles southwest entering Dallas Class B airspace out of 6,600 for 6,284 knots. I'll tell you what, if you want to stump Pip, you ask him about class airspace. I always get him confused. I never get him right. I will never pass the pilot exam. That is my probably one of my biggest weaknesses is airspace. I think Class E airspace is 18,000 up to 60,000 feet. And beyond that, I don't know. I'm embarrassed, but I always get him confused. So don't judge too harshly. We'll have to go G280 back to DFW night after night after night after night. Double or nothing. I think we got a helicopter overhead. Yep. And just a reminder, if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. We are in the battle for all of humanity against Carolina Aviation to see who will get to 16,000 subscribers first. Oh, there's the moon. Let's see if I can give you a better shot of the moon. There we go. Can I go darker than that? Darker? No. Okay, so my first one was darkest. Greetings from Germany. Nice to have you here. Zunder. Yeah, it is pretty simple once you get it. I can never get it though. Class A, Class B, Class C. I'm just glad I'm not a pilot. Yeah, we all have strengths and weaknesses, and one of mine is airspace. Trucker Norm, good evening to you. Thanks for checking in, Trucker Norm. You're welcome, Regine. Thank you for tuning in. Look at the red, yellow, and blue. There's a lot of them around. I wonder, I think in the next 5 years, Southwest is going to order some Dreamliners. I do. In the next 5 years, I say Southwest will order Dreamliners. Air King Flyer, what's up, dude? Haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Good to have you aboard. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. So this Southwest is coming our way. Let's tell you what it's doing. Turn on your transponder, daggone it. The 737-800. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. Life has been extremely busy. Madman says they don't order the Dreamliners. They order 737 MAX 10s. But don't you think they would have ordered 737 MAX 10s by now? Jay Bryce, good morning to you. As long as they don't order buses or E175s. Hey, I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to read our sponsor tonight. Rainy Cajuns, RJ Emporium, mostly E175s. That ATC radio is annoying. I think the ATC controllers leave their mics open. Or a bad static. This is Southwest 4956, the 737-800 headed to Memphis. So that flight would be like an hour. I'd go an hour and 4 minutes. Q is trying to educate me on airspace. Q says Class A is high, Class B is around. Large airports like DFW, Class C around. Small airports, Class D, smaller. C, it's easy. Well, that is easy. Makes it easier. The problem is I get confused with like the altitudes, the restrictions, more so, Q. So this 737-800 going to Memphis. I don't know, Kevin, if we're going to stop at Chicago Midway. We might. Last time we were there, we got kicked out. So we will see. We will see. I'm sure we could sneak into Midway again somehow. I want to sneak into the Grand Hyatt again. see if I can do it again. Leslie says, I haven't seen too many Love Field shows, so don't know what observation area is better. Well, the show we did last week, Leslie, was in the parking garage C, as in Charlie. This is the observation area. Good question. G280 says that's what ForeFlight is for. It tells you the dimensions of the airspace around a given airport. Much better than the old sectionals. Very true for G280 ForeFlight. We never, you know what's funny? We never really used ForeFlight when I was dispatching. We never really used ForeFlight. Air King Flyer says, I don't think Southwest will get Dreamliners. I feel they will stay with their current business model and stay domestic. Off to Memphis we go. I would probably say overall I like the observation area here at Love Field a little better. Leslie, obviously for variety, DFW's International Airport Founders Plaza is better. But overall, I would say the observation area here at Love Field is better, Leslie. Good question. That's a tough one. I would take the observation area and the DFW traffic. What's up, Weather Bob? How are we doing? And I've never been here during a rainstorm, so I don't know how much rain actually falls on top of you versus on the rooftop. runway 13 right over there. Regine says she would like to see the Southwest Dreamliners. Weather Bob, what is up? Welcome to Love Field at nighttime. I don't remember what rain is either. I don't remember what rain is either. Oh, but you know, we know the pattern well here in Texas. It rains in the springtime and the early summer, and then once July hits, it just becomes hot and dry. That really is the pattern. Jay Bryce says my AC went out. Thankfully, Oklahoma is about 10 degrees cooler than Texas today. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Jay Bryce. Let's get it fixed for you. Hopefully it's a quick fix. Parker fixed his AC because he had his go out. Oh my gosh, Jacob the guy just stopping by to say what's up, watching Moonfall 2022 right now. What's up, Jacob? Man, it's almost 10 o'clock. Partying late night, Jacob the guy. I'm going to move ahead so I can check my radar here real quick. Our next departure will be Southwest 4916 to San Diego. That is correct, Maggie P. There's definitely an advantage to being trained all 737. So this is Love Field, Regine. We were at Founders Plaza last night. Jacob will probably be here 10:30 at least. We'll see on our arrivals, but probably 10:30-ish. I don't know about tomorrow doing a stream, and we'll look at Tuesday. Tuesday, UPS will be back in action, but I'm afraid also Tuesday the sprinklers might be on at Founders Plaza. I'm afraid of sprinklers. Or my equipment is afraid of sprinklers more so. So Southwest 4917 going to San Diego. So basically, this plane will land a little after 10 or so, 10:30. No, Air King Flyer. I just said that I believe that Southwest will place an order for Dreamliners within the next 5 years. That was my opinion. So that's what I think. Huh. But that's just my 2 cents. There is no actual definitive information on that. But you know what? We got ourselves a few minutes here. So let's again say a big thank you to our sponsor, Rainey's RJ Emporium, mostly E175s. Thanks to Rainey Cajun. Appreciate him. And I'm trying to find my script here. Okay, folks, you know, if you need a regional jet, You know there's one place to go. Come on down to Rainey's RJ Emporium in Bellevue, Washington, where the inventory is big, the airplanes are small, and apparently nobody ever says no to another E175. We've got E175s, and wait, is that another E175? Yes, it is. Looking for variety? Don't worry, we've got scattered amongst the planes a few CRJ 700 and 200s around the lot just to keep things interesting. So quit paying retail for your regional jet. Rainey's RJ Emporium, Bellevue, Washington, mostly E175s. Rainey says if it seats 76, we've probably got 6 of them. So, Eddie says it's so disheartening for me not to know what you guys know about planes, but love the show. However, I am learning the difference between little planes and heavies. Love the channel. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Every little bit helps, Eddie. I am glad to hear it. And don't forget, if you would like to support the channel via snail mail, we do have an address. P.O. Box. It's Pip Hastings Aviation, 8700 Stonebrook Parkway, P.O. Box, 903 Frisco, Texas, 75034. So if you want to send a card, if you want to send a check, cash, cookies, just a sticky note that says great job, whatever, you can send that to our P.O. Box. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Q. We like to have fun here, be entertaining and educational. It is possible. So I'm glad you enjoyed, Q. So I wonder if San Diego, what the weather like is in San Diego. They're waiting. Perhaps they have a flow time to San Diego. Hanging out there on their Max 8. I do not see immediately any arrivals, but there should be a fair bit of arrivals in the 10 o'clock hour since there were several delays. Yeah, that's Eddie. Jay brings up a good point. The nice thing about tonight is everything is the 737. I've heard it's been a bit sticky, Corey, in San Diego and Carlsbad. I have heard that. So, I guess I'll stick with my hot, sticky weather here in Texas. Oh, perfect, Leslie. Cookies. Oh, amazing. Amazing. I love peanut butter and chocolate chip. Those are good ones. But you can't go wrong with a good chocolate chip cookie. That is for sure. That is for sure. Alex, oh, look who it is. Alex checking in, man. Hey, Pip, promise I won't cause problems in your chat. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little worried about you, Alex. You're biased towards Carolina Aviation. I'm a little worried, you know, now that we've made our race to 16,000 official. So we're going to be watching you. Eddie, make sure you watch Alex. Keep a close eye on him. They would probably melt, but that means, Leslie, when I receive them, they'll taste like they were just out of the oven if they were melty. Rod Moyes, mid-80s right now in San Diego. Rod, how you doing? A day better with the back? How is the back, man? I know it is a long recovery, so I won't ask you every day, but we're thinking of you. Oh, okay. All right, Alex. You actually want me to win, so Carolina Aviation has to come to Texas. Okay. All right, in that case, all right. Much better, Alex. All right, Austin, have a great night. We'll see you next time. We will see you next time. How is, did they give you any like Oxycontin, Percocet, or Vicodin? Neck hurts when, okay, yeah. Another plane headed our way. The neck hurts. Yeah, I bet. Well, thanks for tuning in, good friend. So I guess this guy is going to cut in front of our San Diego departure. 12 likes from 200. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, liking and subscribing. Didn't Carolina get his start doing cat videos? No, it was actually lizard videos. Man, is bearded dragon. But yeah, it's true. Hey, a shout out, by the way. Tom Overhead Spotter's birthday was today. Our friend from Garden City. Oh, car videos, not cat videos. See, I definitely need to get my glasses. I definitely need to get my glasses before I leave on the road. Oh, God. My back. Again, a big thank you, shout out to the boys at DFW Airport Ops last night. Tyler and Braden were nice enough to come by Founders Plaza. Oh, you did say cat? Okay, good. I'm not crazy. But a shout out to Tyler and Braden last night. It was nice meeting them and talking about the airport a little bit. Southpaw says it's bedtime. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for the stream, Pip. Hey, Southpaw, thanks for your support, sir. We will see you on the next one. All right, so this guy is going to Atlanta, the ATL, on a 737-800. Yep, that's pretty good, Jay. If you only paid $250, I paid something like, for my progressives, I paid $450. Now, granted, I don't really have vision insurance, so I was self-pay. But yeah, they are not cheap. Here we go, off to the ATL. got some great insurance there, Weather Bob. I got some bad insurance, as in no insurance. No vision insurance. Nothing like being self-employed. My bifocal glasses, Leslie says, were $300 at Walmart, was going to be $600 at a local eye place. Couldn't handle it. I love them hourly, but so far I always find them in the last place I look. Yeah, San Diego hanging out there. I wonder if they got low ceilings. Let's take a look at the San Diego METAR, if we will, real quick. San Diego METAR. Do, 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 do. Okay. Last METAR is pretty good. But it is, dew point is 21 degrees, temperature is 24, so moisture is in the air, condensation. They could start to be getting some fog. Oh, look who's there, Rainy Cajun. Rainy Cajun checking in. And finally, we're going to San Diego. Just when we mention them. Air King Flyer, $2 super chat to the Vision Care Fund. Well, thank you very much, Air King Flyer. I appreciate that greatly. That does help for sure. Every little bit, and that will help, actually. Thank you, good sir, for the $2 super chat.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Very kind of you. Well, it looks like our Sun Country. So interesting. I think the Sun Country is repositioning to DFW for another flight. It did maybe a charter, and then it's probably got a regular flight to Cancun or something tomorrow. So. You guys, Eddie and Alex, buttering up Weather Bob and Arkansas police. Weather Bob does the driver's license testing, but I'm familiar. Grumpy, what is up? How is Las Vegas? Do we have any arrivals headed our way? Looks like one is going to land on the south side here on 13 right. That is Southwest 733 from Phoenix. Just being, am I staying cool? Well, it's 97 degrees, so no, not really. But am I dying of heat stroke? Also no. I texted Rainy Cajun and Mattman last night. I was driving home from DFW at about 12:40, and I said, it's 95 degrees at 12:40 in the morning. What is wrong with that? Well, good to see you, Grumpy. Yeah, that's a good point, Jay Bryce. Pull over immediately. Still 100 degrees in Las Vegas. Oh, maybe this one will land on our side. No, it looks like it's going to the south side as well. Why? From Kansas City, Southwest 2490, a 737-800. Kansas City. Over there. For those of you who don't know, just beyond the runway, there's a lake called Bachman Lake that people, you can go fishing there, you can ride your bike around, but there is a lake just beyond the runway to the west here. Hey, what's up, Scott Kuiper? How are ya? It's about 64 where you're at? Just mean thank you. Well, I guess Pueblo, Colorado sounds nice. Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing. We appreciate Tim Arnold, Jason Barnes, Air King Flyer for their contributions tonight. Do we have one landing finally on our side? 57 degrees, Air King Flyer says. Oh my gosh. Alright, we finally get our first arrival in a while. This is Southwest 2575 from Orlando on a 737-700. If I see something cool at DFW coming tomorrow, we'll do a show. Otherwise, my body is telling me we'll take a day off tomorrow. So we'll plan on that, unless something changes, as always. 6 to 200. Oh my gosh, we're just dragging. We're just dragging. Let's do it, Eddie. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. After being in the heat 2 consecutive days, it's probably a good idea to take a day off. Hey, good night, Kevin. Have a great day at work tomorrow. Love it. Well, we know that the voting for which area you prefer plane spotting at is the observation area, so we know that at least. Yeah, it does, Eddie. Sure does. Q says, looks like the heat might be moderating towards the end of the week, but that could just mean the humidity is increasing. Yeah, that's, yeah, you're right. Like, at this point, Q, it's just like, why? There goes Sun Country off to DFW. Sun Country. Southwest 60 from Houston Hobby is arriving on a 737-700 here. 737-700. That's what I meant to say. No, definitely no drink service on that flight. It's a nice short ferry right there. Hey, thanks for the likes. Thank you, Maggie P, for your support as well. Weather Bob says it's hit only 90 degrees this afternoon. You could tell much better than 103. That is pretty good. So basically what you're saying, Scott Kuiper, is I'm the only one who's in the upper 90s or the mid 90s right now. Everybody else is like in the 60s and 70s. Everybody else. Do we have anything else? We got one more. Oh, Southwest 1485, a MAX 8 headed to Little Rock for the night. Going to Little Rock. Right on, Regine. If you're joining us, welcome to Pip's Plane Spotting Live, episode 532 from the Dallas Love Field observation area. It's totally free to come down here. And it is pretty nice. Jay Bryce says it's 89 degrees and I'm not complaining. Much cooler. Much cooler. Sounds like Jay. I want to thank Jason Barnes, Air King Flyer, Maggie P, Runway Collin County, Tim Arnold, Kevin. Appreciate you guys for your support and kind contributions. 202 likes. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, everybody. All right, Matt, man, have a great night. You know what I think we're going to do? We're going to make this Little Rock plane our last departure of the evening if something arrives within that time. I'm getting pretty tired. I definitely could use some sleep. So as soon as this sucker takes off, we'll see if there's any arrivals near us. But it looks like it's ready to go. So I'm going to play our closing music this evening. Mark SRT, what's up? See you guys next time. I'll let you know. I think we're going to take the day off tomorrow, but we should be back on the air Tuesday, maybe. But Little Rock, our friends, Weather Bob, Dave in North Little Rock, Thanks, Trucker Norm. Thanks, Q. You got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you to Matt Man and Eddie doing a great job moderating. Thank you, Weather Bob. Thank you, Regine. Thanks, Alex. You have a great night as well. And yeah, great show. Back-to-back shows Saturday and Sunday night in the heat. Appreciate all you tuning in. We will see you on the next show this week. I will update you on our travel schedule. It's basically as soon as I get my glasses, we'll start getting on the road. So thank you to everybody. Thank you, Rainy Cage and Air King Flyer, Just Bean, Scott Kuiper. We will say goodnight. Episode 532 is in the books. Randy, see you later from the Dallas Love Field observation area. We will see you on the next show. And look forward to seeing you. Good night, Jay Bryce. Good night, everybody. Good night, Regine. Pippin ain't easy for sure, Air King Flyer. But we can do it. Remember our race to 16,000 subscribers. Let's beat Carolina Aviation. With that, we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. See ya.